We will not be denied. That is the title of the stream, and you know what? That's the type of performance that we needed today. We might not have been at our best, but we showed tremendous bottle to come back from an early setback, 1-0 down to Spurs after 1 minute. Could have easily been 2. Son hit the crossbar as well, but these boys show the character of champions, and as the stream title said, WFM. If you don't know what that means, ladies and gentlemen, it means we're fucking massive. These Reds are going nowhere. We're staying put at the top of the Premier League table. Manchester City fans would have been doing their little jigs around their sitting room, all 5 of them. But you know what? These Reds show bottle, as I've said. Wasn't a vintage Liverpool performance today, but they showed character, they showed heart, grit, determination, and cojones, as we say, ladies and gentlemen. I'm over the moon. Absolutely delighted that Liverpool have got that result today. Spurs came back at us when we went 2-1 up. It's funny how football goes, isn't it? Sometimes you can dominate a game. As soon as you go 1-0 up, the mindset changes, and Spurs came back at us. That has been a very difficult first 10 Premier League games for Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool Football Club. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm so proud to say, after 10 games in the Premier League, Liverpool have won 9 and drawn 1. We sit with 28 points atop of the Premier League table, looking down and surveying all below us. You gotta love it. I'm absolutely exhausted after that one. We were all put through the ringer. Whew, where to start, ladies and gentlemen? I want to know your thoughts on the game. I want to know your man of the match. I want to know everything that you thought about the game with regards to team selection, with changes Kloppo should have made. Everything. It's your show. I am here to tell you guys, or to read out what you guys want to say. Just a reminder, we do have Super Chats turned back on for those of you that want your comments guaranteed to be read out. I made up some little laughy thing earlier on about a Super Chat sale. Super Chat, and you get it read out twice. Once out loud and once in my fucking head. I don't know. I'm just trying to have a bit of fun today. You know what? I'm starting to calm back down after that. That was a dodgy, nervy, tough win. But that's a win of champions. Mightn't have been the greatest performance, but it is a win of champions. Tremendous bottle show by those. Want to give a special shout out to Jordan Henderson. Didn't have his greatest game in the first half, but what do you want from your captain? You want him to stand up when he's needed, and he did, and he scored a tremendous goal on his left foot. Penalty came. It was a penalty. There's going to be opposition fans all over the world saying, Mane bought that. Fuck you. It was a clear penalty. Mane had his ankle tripped. And Mohamed Salah, again, showed why he is one of the best footballers in the world. Absolute composure to step up and score to make it 2-1 to the Reds. And from that point, we've seen it out and we got the result. Ladies and gents, over to you. Andrew Childerho says, my man of the match was Fabinho. Jay Silver said, are we going to be the 4th team to go on and win the league with that record? I don't know. I don't know about records. I don't know about anything. I just know we're top of the league, mate. I'm looking right now. I'm going to pause this, actually. Sadio Mane and Jordan Henderson are being interviewed. You could see out on the field how much that meant to Klopp, how much that meant to the players. They knew that that was a fight. They knew that they were put through the ringer this afternoon. They probably knew they weren't at their best as well. As Conor Crosby said, Roy Keane, fair play to Keane for his honesty, said that Liverpool played like champions today. They had their backs against the wall after an early setback, and they showed character. They went full on Brendan Rodgers out there. Character. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just fucking happy. I'm happy that we got that win. I'm going to just read out your comments because I can't even gather my thoughts. Sarabia said, oh, captain, my captain. Man of the match for Fabinho for Corn as well. Hope Salah's okay, said Dara, and I'm with you on that one. Connor said, still don't like Salah on penalties. He makes me nervous. I don't know if it's the run-up, Connor, but he puts the ball in the net, mate, and that's the most important thing. Lee Guy said, can't wait to watch the footy on YouTube in a few minutes. He said you pubes. I don't know if you're going to a porn site or not, mate. Fabinho was superb. Has to be man of the match, said the Revenai. Connor, can you put a vote up on the Anfield Agenda Twitter account, mate, really, really quickly, asking who the man of the match was and put up a few options. Make sure Fabinho was one of them, by the way, because people will lose their damn minds if you don't. But yeah, can you do that for me, buddy, because I won't get a chance to post. 6 points clear again, said Yassar. Get in. City must be feeling demoralised. Yes, And that's what it's about, yes, Sarah. It's a very good point, mate. Manchester City probably felt like they were going to climb back to within 4 points, maybe 3 points of us after that early goal from Harry Kane. They didn't, and that's so important that we keep nailing them. Every time they think that they're going to come back up, we stand on their heads in a proverbial sense, I mean. Bring on Hendo, Millie and hold the lead. Just the thoughts at far while. The sign of champions, you'll never walk alone, said Mark Hendley. Mane was barking at the Spurs defence. I love that phrase, Gary. Barking. He didn't give up, mate, did he? He ran down every single ball. John Irwin, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you, sir, from all of us at the channel. Lots of love. And it's Aaron's birthday as well. Aaron, happy birthday to you, mate. There's birthdays all over the shop this week. Connor had his birthday on Wednesday. He was 21 as well. And if anybody wants to donate, by the way, to Connor's charity drive, he did a sleep out for an aid of homelessness in Ireland, or an aid of stopping homelessness in Ireland. There is a link in the description below if you want to help and donate to that. It is still open. All money goes directly, of course, to Focus Ireland, who are doing tremendous work trying to end homelessness. There is a chat, or is a link in the description below. My mind's all over the place. I'm not going to lie. I'm absolutely mentally drained after that one. We were put through the ringer, but I have my television paused right now, and as I have it paused, I'm looking at a beaming, smiling Jordan Henderson, who's just about to do his post-match interview, and I love it. Thank you, Connor, by the way, for putting that up, mate. Really appreciate it. Thoughts on Trent playing at right wing? Masterful move by Klopp. You know what, Paul? Yes, I agree. When we brought on Gomez, Trent had that bit of freedom to push further forward, and it made a difference, Paul. Very good tactical tweak by Klopp. When I seen the change being made, I was wondering. But you know what, Paul? Good point, mate. And Klopp, spot on. Ninja, I feel like there's a few people telling porkies, but you know what? Happy birthday to everybody. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. See, if you lie about birthdays, you gotta put up with my bullshit singing, and that's your punishment for telling porcupines. Elijah John said happy belated birthday to Connor. Mr. Orr said it's my wife's birthday today. She got a present, 3 feckin' points. I hope you got her a little bit more than that, or MKR. I hope you got her a little bit more than that. I'm sure that you did. Is that Dara O'Brien I see? No, I'm just running off now, mate. I've got blockbusters to do. I'm really busy. Thoughts on Leicester beating Southampton 9-0? We covered that, mate, so much over the past few days. What a result. There's nothing else to say other than what a result for them. Mac and Cheese said, I love your videos, man. Also, Mane or Owen. Fuck Michael Owen, mate, is my honest answer. I despise Michael Owen. I've got nothing good to say about Michael Owen. Nothing. I just don't like him. So Manny for me all day long. But Robbie Fowler is my favourite Liverpool player of all time. Domestic Butler said, I must have nearly shat myself 22 times today. Right, mate. So with the law of averages, Carl, if you'd nearly shit yourself 22 times, a couple must have squeaked out. Come on, Carl. It's just me and you here, buddy. Between friends. I'll ask Julie if you want me to. 22 nearlies. How many actually squeaked out, buddy? What else have we got here? Any late night agenda tonight? No, Casper. On match days, I'm too tired because I do 2 and a bit hours of the watch along, and then we do the post match show as well. There will be a late night agenda tomorrow night, buddy, so don't worry about that. Brian Morris, he said, no fake birthdays. It's tough to prove though, Brian, isn't it? It's really tough to prove who's telling porkies. I thought Trent was grand today, said Gary Richards. I thought his crossing in the first half wasn't great. But to his tremendous credit, I thought he upped it in the second half, and it was much more on point, Gary, mate. The Reverend I said AFTV and chill tonight. Fuck AFTV is my answer to that, mate. Honestly, yeah, go over if you want to watch it and just laugh at a banter club, but you know my thoughts on that channel, buddy. I don't like it. Don't have anything against Robbie. Don't have anything against the people individually. I just don't like the channel. Connor said, if you want Craig to sing happy birthday, then email your real birth certificate to AnfieldAgenda@outlook.com. And if you want to send Connor any nudes, make sure they go in his fucking direction and not anywhere near me. I'm sick of people accusing my hard drive of stuff that shouldn't be on it, so I'm playing clean. We had a very good performance today, said Arash. It was a battling performance, mate. Definitely upped it in the second half. And you know what? We did dominate the game. I think it's important to remember that. It was just nervy the way it went. But I don't care. The result, the history books will show that we won this game with 2-1. And, as you can see, we're at 24,500. Only 500 subscribers away from a target that we never thought we'd get to on the channel, which is 25k. So before we push on, ladies and gents, if I can ask you a favour, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so and let your friends know about us. We're trying to push to 25k because we never thought we'd get past 10, if we're being honest, when we started this. If you think we should sign somebody like I think we should sign somebody like Maddison, said Taylor. I like James Maddison, mate. I think he's a very good player. My fear about signing anybody like that from the Premier League club, from one Premier League club to another, particularly a club like Leicester who are pushing towards the European places, is one, will Maddison think it's the right move for his career right now as he's still developing, and two, how much it would cost to get him out of Leicester City. They've got owners that want to push the club on, mate, and not just sell their best player, so I think it costs an awful lot to get him out there. Yasser, said 68% possession for the Reds, 32 for Spurs. Andre said Fabinho man of the match. It looks like that's going to be a clear-cut choice, mate. Loads of people shouting out for Fabinho. I love our Brazilian octopus. Yeah, he's brilliant, isn't he? He's fantastic. He's fab. Excuse the cheesiness. Craig, their keeper, was brilliant, said Mark Henley. Yes, Gazaniga did have a very good game today in goal for Spurs. Son looked dangerous, said Dara. I'm a massive fan of Son. I've said that for quite a long time. Every time he gets on the ball, he looks like he can make something happen. And he scored, he didn't score, excuse me. He hit the bar that led to Kane's goal, and then he hit the bar again in the second half after some more shambolic defending by Dejan Lovren, if I'm being honest. First goal, can't blame Lovren for it. Second time they hit the bar, I should say, Lovren should have been stronger. What else have we got? Domestic Butler said Craig's commentary 10 out of 10. Liverpool's performance 7 out of 10. Pep's face right now, priceless. I can only imagine what he is. He's probably at home now, smashing Sky remotes off the wall, jumping up and down, and just being angry because he knows Liverpool are legit. Man of the match, Anthony Taylor, said Casper. Fabinho definitely needs the rest. The poor man cleans up after everybody. Yeah, I wonder will he get a rest in midweek against Arsenal, because will Arsenal, after dropping points again today, they're going to want to bounce back, aren't they? They drew 2-2 for those that don't know. Finish up 2-2 against Crystal Palace. United won 3-1 away at Norwich. English refs are a shambles, said Shea Trainer. Son would be a good purchase for us, said Mike Daw. I'd love him. He'd fit our system perfectly, Mike, but I just don't see Spurs selling him, mate. Klopp or Benitez? Klopp. Really easy question. Love Rafael Benitez. Absolutely love him as a human being and as a manager, but Jurgen Klopp is just a special breed, mate. I think Lovren is always 1F. Still think Lovren is always 1F. I don't know what that means, Grim Jimbo. Craig, I thought Lovren didn't play well today. He didn't play well. He was out-muscled for this chance that Son hit the bar with. I can't really blame him for the ball deflecting off his head. He makes me nervous, I've got to be honest. Lovren's hopeless. We might as well play with 10 men, said Jojo. I think that's a little bit harsh, but you were all entitled to your opinion, and I'm going to try and read out my comment, or as many comments as I can. Matip should be back soon enough though, so we're probably going to be looking at Matip playing alongside Virgil van Dijk. Trent can be our Kevin De Bruyne, if he plays in midfield, said Adichie. Well, that is where his career began. He was in midfield to start out with. Anthony Taylor was better than Martin Atkinson. That I would definitely agree with, Casper. I mean, I did shout out Anthony Taylor over a few things, but I thought he got most of the major decisions correct. Could easily have drawn that game. Great results, said John. How does Klopp still trust Lovren, said Shay. Look, Lovren does have good games. Lovren has had some very good games for Liverpool Football Club, but he's also nervous for us fans to watch. I don't know, is the honest answer, mate. He would be my fourth choice of the centre-backs that we have. Connor said, I'd love Gomez to go to somebody like Wolves or Leicester for a season on loan, but don't think we have the depth to do that. I kind of agree that we don't have the depth, Connor. Somebody mentioned, I think it might have been Casper earlier on, that there was some talk of Gomez being unhappy. I don't know if that's the case or not. Ruman said 6 clear. Yeah, we are, pal. Yes, we are. Who are we playing next week, said Walter, or Watersheep. We're playing Arsenal on Wednesday, mate. And after that, I haven't even looked ahead. I never look ahead. I never look too far ahead. I try and take games one at a time. Give me 2 seconds and I will let you know who exactly we are playing next. I should know this because we spoke about it before. We are away at Villa. Sorry, yes, we're away at Villa. I should have known that because we was only talking about it the other day. Watch us when we finally find form, said Malcolm Field. And that's the thing, mate, isn't it? We're not at our best, but yet we're still getting great results. What have we got? Loads of people just reminded me it's Villa away. Thank you. That's not going to be an easy game either. These difficult games are coming thick and fast, but it's very difficult to sit here and complain about 9 wins and a draw from 10 games, isn't it? 9 wins and a draw from 10 games. That is a fantastic achievement. Look, it would have been easy for these guys to feel sorry for themselves. Yes, they won the Champions League last season, and none of us will ever forget that. But it would have been very difficult to come back from having lost that Premier League title with 97 points to 98 points, to see Manchester City win their last 14 games. But it just shows you what this group is about, that they started this season, they've ground out wins when they've had to, 28 points from 30. I'm so proud of this football club. Rabadan, thank you for the super chat, mate. Said Gunners on Wednesday, hope we play the youngsters. I'd love to see Harvey Elliott, I'd love to see Brewster, I'd say we probably see Origi, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Keita, maybe Milner because he only got some time today. I wouldn't mess around with the back too much. Give Gomez a run out, definitely. Other than that, mate, Larouci, maybe? Will we see Larouci? I don't know. But yeah, I'd imagine we'll get some changes for that game. City in 2 weeks, said Shea Trainer. Yes, November the 10th, if memory serves me correct, Shea, for that one. And that's a huge game. If we can win that game, that's massive. That will be massive in our season. I thought Anthony Taylor refereed the game well, except for a few occasions, said John Irwin. Again, yeah, I think he got most of the major things right. You always get me shouting at referees during watch-alongs, mate, because I claim and want everything for Liverpool, of course. But the penalty was spot on. There can't be any argument, and I'm sure that there will be opposition fans salty as fuck on Twitter, Facebook and everywhere else moaning about that, but it was a stonewall penalty. I always criticise Henderson, but today was brilliant. Hope he's more games like this. He had a D to 007. Craig, the Gomez report came from the Echo. Did it come from the Echo, mate, or was it the Echo site in another newspaper or another website? That I will check it out myself later on. But again, Casper, thank you for bringing it to my attention, mate. Am I correct? It's at Anfield on Wednesday. Yes, it is, Harry. Yes, Liverpool are playing at home in the Carabao Cup on Wednesday, and it is on television as well. And of course, we will be doing a watch along over here on the channel, so I hope you'll join us for that one. I still can't believe that we're heading towards 25k. It honestly is a dream for us. The Mentality Giants were in town today, said Casper. Van Dijk and Gomez or Matip, said Gary Richards. Ali Cat said there are no easy games in the Premier League. You need young blood in domestic cups. I absolutely agree with you, my friend. Pat said, hello Pat, how are you, mate? Said, at Anfield it was a bit nervy near the end when they actually tried to play football. Big win, get in you beauties. And Pat, I cannot wait to meet up with you, mate. I'm not going to give too much information away, but there will be a point this season where we get to come over and shake your hand, buddy. And I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you enjoyed the game today. I'm sure you did, but it was nervy, as you said. Stephen Booker said, concentrate on beating Villa before City. 100%, Stephen. You can't take this game lightly. Villa Park against the European champions. They're going to be absolutely buzzing for that. They're going to be up for that game big time. And it's going to take a big performance to go there and get a win. Peter Van der Shan said, I thought it was a home. Which one? Arsenal is a home. Villa is away. And then Manchester City is a home. Who was my man of the match? John, do you know what? I gave it very little thought. I thought Mane was really good because he never stopped. I think Fabinho's probably the right shout. I think people have gotten it right when they've went with Fabinho. So I'm going to follow like a sheep and go with Fabinho. I heard the Norwich keeper saved 2 penalties, said Jay. Somebody mentioned that during the chat, mate. I'm not sure if it's true or not. Brian Morrissey said, United used to win games like this all the time and that absolutely infuriated me. The fact is, it's us doing it now and it's unbelievably satisfying. Fuck every last one of them salty bastards, is what Brian said. I don't think I've ever loved you more, Brian. I absolutely love that comment, mate. And it's how I feel as well. And it's great, isn't it? Oh, how the times have changed, my friend. Pep Linders has just been praising Fabinho, so Papandu. Love Pep Linders. Love Fabinho and love him praising him. So all good stuff there. JDB, you've said this a couple of times, mate. I didn't really want to read it out because it's kind of negative, but he said, my death will be from my club. Hopefully it won't be, mate, and hopefully you live a very, very, very long and healthy life. Connor said, is it just me or there's been a few standout performances this season? I can't remember too many games where it's been blatantly obvious who the man of the match was. Yes, there's a good group collective there, Connor, you're right. And I think on a couple of occasions I've had these post-match shows where I've said, very difficult to pick out a man of the match there. Yeah, good shout that. Beating Villa will put a lot of pressure on City, said Cass Strength. It would, and I'm not expecting an easy game one bit. I really amn't. Their goalkeeper was man of the match, said UK Beats. Gazzaniga had a good game. He did. He had a very good game. Stephen Booker said it's a sign of a good team/squad, Connor, with regards to being difficult to pick man of the matches. Dara said, I loved Alisson's distribution today. It shows you the difference, doesn't it? I mean, Adrian did very well when he came in and was rightly applauded by Liverpool fans. But you're right, Dara, mate. When you see the little bit of difference in Ali's distribution, it's why he's world class, mate. Apart from his goalkeeping, obviously. Scary to think Trent's only 21, said Yasser. It was 3 years ago. It was the 25th of October, 3 years ago, against Spurs that he made his debut in a 2-1 win and 2 goals scored by Daniel Sturridge. What a 3 years it's been. And by the way, shout out to LFChistory.net who had that statistic. 3 years ago against Spurs from the 25th of October that Trent made his Liverpool debut. What's my prediction for the Arsenal game on Wednesday, said John Irwin. 3-1 win for the Reds. I think both teams will score. It could even be a 4-2 game, John. I'm expecting goals and goals in that game. Arsenal are going to go strong, I think, because they're under pressure. So it'll be interesting to see what Kloppo does to match Unai Emery's squad, because he's under pressure and he's going to want to put a trophy in the bank, and he's going to look at this game and take it seriously. Connor said, if we hadn't have won, I would have given man of the match to Gazzaniga. He was Spurs' only hope. I thought Son as well. We got to be fair and say Son was very good for Spurs in the little bit of possession that he did have. The Echo giving Trent a 9, said Domestic Butler. I don't see how you can give Trent a 9. I mean, his first half, the crossing was awful. I mean, I've got to be honest about it. It was terrible. Definitely upped his game in the second half, but I don't think a 9 is right for Trent. I think a 7, maybe 8 for Trent. We still need a number 10, said Shay. Mate, give time for Keita and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain to show what they can do. But I'm not disagreeing with you, Shay. I'm kind of excited a little bit, mate, to see what these guys can do when they get a chance. Brewster to play against Arsenal, please, said Domestic Butler. Captain Ray Chris said, Craig, everybody's saying Mbappe can come to Liverpool in 2020. Mate, we started the hashtag Mbappe 2020 on the channel, but I do wonder if we'll go that big. If Nike will have that much of an influence on what we do. We're talking probably a world record breaking transfer fee if that's to happen, and I'd love it, mate, but I really have my doubts that we're going to go and drop nearly 200 million quid on a player. I hope I'm wrong. I'd love to see him at the club. I just don't see it happening realistically. Big players will come. I mean, I wouldn't rule out a Sancho. I wouldn't rule out a Kai Havertz. Definitely wouldn't rule out the likes of a Timo Werner, but the best part of 200 million, I don't know, even with the deal with Nike coming up. I hope I'm wrong. I'm just trying to be realistic. Soldier 1 said, love you, Craigie. Thank you very much, mate. Well done, Hendo. First goal since 2015. We've called for more goals from midfield. We've been screaming for it. Chamber came up with a couple the other day, and Hendo goes and bangs one in today as well. Papandu said, was great to hear Anfield find its voice for a good hour at least. The Echo came with the report about Gomez, Craig, said Casper. Again, just straight from them. Thank you, mate. I'm definitely going to have a read of that afterwards. I appreciate you letting me know. Trent's marking and tackling were poor again today, said Sergeant Hunty. Yeah, look, I'm not saying Trent was shit. Far from it. But I'm struggling to figure out how the Echo came up with a 9 for Trent in the player ratings today. I mean, but look, each to their own. I suppose it is some of the beauty of football as we all see it a little bit differently. Callum said late night agenda. No, mate, not tonight. We don't really do them on match days because I've already done by the time this is finished, probably close to 3 hours worth of yapping today. And the kids are off school as well, so I'm going to spend the evening with the family and have some fun. My little dude has the shingles, unfortunately, little Lucas, so he needs extra hugs and kisses. Nike said to Klopp, just do it, and we did, said Carl from Domestic Butler. You're right, whoop whoop. Ponton Soccer Academy said, Lovren sure likes to show his first team quality, those little things add up. I don't know what to say, mate. I'm just happy with the win. Craig, what was the crack with the kit today? I don't know. Obviously, it was a charity thing, Jay, but the only charity I remember us usually wearing the kits for is the Seeing is Believing thing. But yeah, obviously today was a charity kit as well. Keep an eye out on the site, by the way, because sometimes when the players wear these charity kits like that, they're signed and sold off for charity. So if that's your thing, if you have a few quid lying around and you want to maybe buy a shirt and give some money to a good cause, keep an eye on the club site, because I'm sure that'll probably be the case. Get well soon, Lucas, said Brian. Thank you, mate. He's not actually feeling too bad, mate. He's just a bit bummed because he can't go out and play, because you can't allow that things to spread. But yeah, thank you. Per little guy, hope he gets better. Thank you, V8, really appreciate that. And everybody else that's saying kind words as well. Connor said, on Gomez, Arsenal and Tottenham are both interested according to 90 minutes, while the Mirror claimed the Reds will play hardball and set a high price to fend off interest. It's an intriguing one, because if Liverpool were to look or be interested in selling Gomez, he'd definitely be worth a few quid. No arguments there. But it would also perhaps suggest that we've somebody in mind who we want to go and bring in. Because yes, we've got young players coming through, but anybody of the calibre that we'd be willing to let Gomez go? I don't know. You doing anything on Halloween? I am going up to my in-laws, but I will do a stream that night. Probably. Maybe. Not sure. Probably. I don't know. We're going up. We always go to my in-laws on Halloween anyway. It's something we've done since the kids were young. So I don't know is the honest answer. I could probably do something from their house, but I wouldn't have a green screen or anything. I don't know. I don't know is the honest answer. I might try and get a pre-recorded video done, so at least there's some content going up. Kane complaining about Liverpool getting all the breaks at the moment. Harry Kane can fuck right off with his complaining. Getting the breaks. Literally his goal came from a deflected shot hitting the crossbar. It hit his head and his shoulder and went in. And he's complaining about Liverpool. Just go and eat some crayons, Kane, and shut the fuck up. Strong healing energy to Lucas. Thank you, Pepper Red. You're really kind. And again, Jay Silver and everybody else that's wishing little Lukey well. Thank you. He's in good form. Don't get me wrong. It's just, when you've got shingles, it's you get little blisters and stuff. And yeah, but he'll get the hugs and love and kisses, and he'll be spoiled rotten like he deserves to be. Sepp Vandenberg coming through as well, of course. Yes. It'll be interesting to see if he gets a few minutes actually soon. Good shout though. Yeah, Sepp Vandenberg is somebody very, very, very highly thought of. And of course, Kian Hoover as well. Can't forget about him. He can play at centre back or at right back. So yeah, maybe there is something to this Gomez thing after all. We will definitely discuss it. I will research it and we'll discuss it in more detail on tomorrow night's Late Night Agenda, ladies and gents. That much I can promise you. Connor said I can't say cunt. Why can't you say cunt? You just literally wrote it, mate. My messages kept disappearing a minute ago when I said cunt, although you've wrote it in there twice now, mate, and it's been fine. Right, ladies and gents, 5 minutes or so to go on tonight's stream before we finish up. Anything else you want to talk about, please do put it in the chat. Anyone's more shouts for man of the match, let me know. Again, if you haven't subscribed, we're getting close to 25k. Please do hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. What else have we got? Matthias said, I think Lovren will play through this season, leaves the club at the end of the season, which will push Gomez and Sepp up the ranks. Look at how humble Henderson is, blamed himself for the first goal. So gaming guy, I have it paused, ready to watch as soon as I finish the stream. But yeah, the midfield should take responsibility for that first goal because they allowed Sissoko to just walk through them. Kane can wipe his tears, and I'm not reading the second part, but he can definitely wipe his tears. UK beats. Fabinho man of the match for Matthias. Lovren and Trent were a shambles. Fabinho definitely man of the match, no doubt, said David Davidson. Liverpool FC till I die said, without VVD we wouldn't win the Premier League. Love the guy. Yes, he's amazing. Absolutely, no doubt. I'm not going to argue. He's amazing. Love him. Casper said, Craig, if you want to read about Gomez, it's on the Football Express. Thank you, buddy. I will definitely have a Google of it and search, but I'm finished. Shay Trainer said we shouldn't sell Gomez. Not yet, anyway, mate. I agree, and I don't imagine anything will happen before the end of the season. Dara said England or South Africa for the final. England, Dara. I think anybody who beats the All Blacks and does it as well as England did has to be a massive favourite in the final. So I think England will do it, mate. And congratulations to them if they do. Buvac would have got 3 points against United. Shambles, said Brian Morrissey. Now, did you hear the klaxon? Buvac, klaxon, Brian. That's one strike against Mr. Morrissey. Connor said he's just going to go dance in Kane's tears. Don't drown, Connor. Do you know there'll be a lot of tears there. Gary Neville's complimenting us. It always sounds false, said Brendan there. Farrell, yeah, fuck him. It's good to see Roy Keane actually giving us credit and being as honest as he was. Any news on Salah's injury? Not that I've seen yet, Peter, but he did walk off. He did have a chat with Klopp. I think it might have been precautionary, particularly after him having ankle injuries recently. I hope it was precautionary. We'll probably see him rested midweek, I'd imagine. Just looked at the fixtures, Craig. City played nobody yet, and we've beaten Chelsea and drawn at United, beaten Spurs, which they failed to do. Also beaten Leicester, mate. Also beaten Arsenal as well. We've definitely had a very tough first 10 games. As you said, you've mentioned 5 there already from the first 10. Gone away to Burnley as well. Can't forget that. Brian says Gomez rumours. Why would he want to go to Spurs? Game time. I think, isn't he originally from London, Brian? Didn't he come through the Charlton Academy, if my memory serves me correct? So, I don't know, maybe he's got family in that direction. I'm guessing here. Kane crying because he couldn't get his obligatory dive in, said Malcolm. Again, in the great words of Mr. Dave Henry, fuck him. Thanks for another great watch along, said Domestic Butler. Mate, it is my absolute pleasure. And I seen that you got my screenshot of the confirmation of the flights earlier on. So myself and Sabrina are really looking forward to coming over to Ramsgate and spending time with yourself and Julie. And hopefully Paul and Beth from Serendipity can come and join us for a meal one evening as well. And I'm going to try and get Kev to get his backside down there as well. Sheffield will be tough, or Sheffield were tough as well. Yeah, it took a fuck up from Henderson, didn't it, to get the victory against Sheffield United. Domestic Butler wants to know who's top of the table. These motherfuckers. Who's got 2 thumbs up on our top of the league? This fucker. Yeah, no, look, top by 6 points after 10 games, 9 wins and a draw. It's not to be sniffed at, ladies and gentlemen. How many times, Connor? 6 and 18. Shout out to Norwich for beating City before going on a bad run of form, said Liverpool 6 times. Up Liverpool, you'll never walk alone, said Manuel. Welcome in, buddy. Harold, you're complimentary of Liverpool once, mate. Well in. I do love your comments. Harold said Liverpool have their hands on the title, and that's coming from an Everton fan. So thank you for that, Harold, mate. Appreciate it. What else we got? Bruno said Manchester City fans got cocky when they got punished for it. Liverpool dominated Spurs, should have battered them 4-1 or 5-1. We beat them, Bruno, mate, and that's the most important thing, isn't it? That we put the points in the bank. Really looking forward to seeing you. Hopefully the others will join us as well. It would be lovely, wouldn't it? I mean, there'd be one evening where the 4 of us will just go out for a meal, Carl, but it would be lovely to get a group together for a special night as well. Yeah, as it is our anniversary when we're over there as well. So yeah, really looking forward to it, mate. What have we got here? I love these post-match streams, talk about the game. Everybody liked the stream. 357 viewers, 82 likes. Let's get it to 100, said UK Beats. Yes, look, I'm going to head off, ladies and gents, and go down and look after my little dude and have some time with the family. But it's been a pleasure, as always, enjoying another Liverpool victory. 6 points clear at the top of the Premier League. Don't forget, we're on the road to 25k. We're only 500 away. Every one of your subscriptions helps. Please do hit that subscribe button as well and help us get there. I seen something about Sinead. Morton said Brian Morrissey send Lovren instead. Sorry, I misread that. I thought it was something else. Anyway, look, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up as well. If you're watching this back later on after we've gone live, please do let us know your thoughts about the game in the comments section below, and we'll do our best to get through them and respond to as many as we can. As always, enjoy the rest of your Sundays. Thank you so much for everything. We love each and every one of you. And up the motherfucking top of the league, Reds. I will chat to you wonderful people tomorrow. Take care.